this might ruffle some feathers, but men don't like women. They just like fucking women, because anything that is inherently feminine or girly or embodies just being a girl, men hate it, they downplay it, they make fun of it, they mock it, and they're disgusted by it. Whether that's girls being excited or gossiping or doing makeup, like anything, like they hate it, they make fun of it. Women are emotional, blah 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 blah. And it's just funny because they don't like women. They don't like being around women. They hate women. They just want to fuck us. And I know anytime I make a video that's similar to this, I get comments from men being like, "Who turned you down?" or "Someone's bitter," or whatever, blah, blah. And it's always the same. And it's just like, you're like, this is exactly what I mean. Like, yes, obviously not all men. I have met men that are great and wonderful, but like, you don't like women. Most of these men do not like women. They don't respect women at all. And it's
Do you guys, let's hear from the women first. Do you guys agree with what she's saying? And then we
I
can
don't
to the
think
men.
all men are gonna like every woman. Like I don't just because a man might or a few men might not like you doesn't mean men don't like women per se. Like I don't think every man is supposed to like every woman. So
Okay.
I don't think that's true. Yeah, I would agree with you. I think that not all men don't like women. I think obviously people have their preferences and things like that, but to generalize every man is just not fair. And that's a huge problem that we have in this society is you have a huge portion of women who are saying all men are bad. All men are this, all men are that. And it's usually because they've had a bad experience, they've been hurt before, and maybe need to take some time to heal before they start going out into the dating world again. Because if you're not healed and you decide to go back into the dating world, you're going to attract other people more than likely who are not healed, and you're going to get hurt. So, yeah.
I would say for me personally, no, I don't believe that to be true, but I can see why she would have said that comment. There has been some rhetoric that has gone around that, men sometimes prefer hanging with their homeboys over being around their woman, or sometimes when it's time to cater to some of those needs that your woman may need or desire, or just even being around her, they tend to kind of huff and puff. So I can see why maybe that perspective is kind of taken, but I don't necessarily think that there are men out there that don't like women at all. But I do think that there are some men that maybe don't like women, or they might like the warm parts of a woman, but actually tolerating a woman long term, they may not necessarily be down with that. But I will say in general, I don't believe that to be true.
Men?
Okay. I believe that men, this whole perspective of men not liking women, I just think is misunderstood. I think men are being more truthful. And I think because they're being more truthful, that's being misunderstood as men don't like women. No, men are just being more vocal about the fact that they don't like certain things that you say or that you do as a woman, and you taking it as, well, in general, not you specifically. The women are taking it as men are being more truthful. They're receiving it as, okay, so then you don't like me. So I don't think that men dislike women. I just think men are being more vocal about the fact that they don't like certain things about women.
I think it's a certain type of women they don't like. And a lot of women are feeling that they don't like women because the women that they're describing is them. So the women are taking it personal. Certain attributes, certain personality traits, how they might look, how they might dress, and it's hit dog hollering. So that's why, YouTube, all these podcasts, men are becoming more vocal, as you said, Carmen, and they're having these spaces where they didn't have prior. Women always been had these spaces to do the little pillow talks and the little girl times, and now men are just being more vocal. They're telling the truth, and sometimes when women don't like what men are saying, they're gonna get like, oh, he gay, oh, he broke, oh, he ugly, oh, he got mama issues. So I mean, if it doesn't apply to me, why am I getting mad? So that's why I feel like a lot of women have a feeling regarding what men are saying nowadays.
I could be wrong, but I feel in the men, you can kind of correct me if I am. I I feel like sometimes if a guy is saying things that he doesn't like, if a guy is saying, "Oh, I don't like when you wear your hair like that," or "I don't like that you wear fake nails," or something to that effect. Sometimes I feel like maybe that's also the man's way of telling you that he's vetting you. Like maybe he's interested in you, but there's certain things that, you know what I mean? Like little things about you that he feels like if he wants you to be his woman, that maybe, I don't like those little things. And maybe seeing if you would kind of, I don't want to say change who you are, but kind of like change certain things or move a different way. Or it doesn't have to be that. It could be anything. Like if a guy is telling you something like, "Oh, I don't like the way you responded to that," or it doesn't mean he's gay or that he doesn't like women. Maybe he's vetting you and he might like you, but that's just an assumption.
Or he just don't like that ish. Not all men want to have weaves and I think someone
just
said
have
earlier.
standards. Maybe you have standards, and just because you don't meet his standards, that automatically makes him gay, or he hates on women just because he has standards that you don't meet.
I think if a dude is hanging around a bunch of chicks that he's not trying to smash, he's gay. Like in general, I think women are, and I have 5 sisters. I have women are just annoying after a certain point if you're not married to them or you're not trying to get something from them, because you can only listen to so many stories. You can only listen to so many times that this dude that you told her not to go fuck done did her dirty. You can only get in so many arguments about stupid shit before it's like we have to fight. Like when you're friends with a dude and he's telling you dumb shit, you can just be honest and be like, you're stupid. But with women, you have to go through a 3-hour story and do all this and pretend that you emotionally attached. You don't have to do that with dudes. So that's why it seems like we like hanging out with dudes more, because we can be ourselves. But with women, you gotta what? He was just trying to smash. What?
So are you proving the point? Men don't really like women in a certain way. They just want to have sex with them. They just want to use them for sex. Is that kind of?
I wouldn't say use them. I think the women want to have sex just like the men want to have sex. They don't want to admit it.
I think men ultimately, the first thing is that's the first. I mean, they're men. Like I feel like that's the first thing that they want to do. Like I don't think men even take us on dates without wanting that. Like I don't think men are technically, for the most part, their first thought is, I really want to get to know her. She just seems so sweet. And maybe you do. But I think ultimately they're looking at you like, I have to take her on a date. They probably don't want to take you on a date. They probably really just want to smash. But in order to get that, they have to do a little something, something. So I think.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that that's a problem?
I don't, because
I think it's an issue when it becomes disingenuous. So my thing is, sometimes men present one thing, but it's not what they really want. And people say that women can't take honesty. Some of y'all, even the women, might disagree, but I'm gonna say this: if you say, you know what, I just want to smash, just say that. That way, it gives the woman a choice. A lot of times, I'm just giving you a synopsis of what the issue or where the issue lies. A lot of men present something that they're not. That's the spaces they're in. They present date, they present a relationship, they present these things, but they just really just want that.
But I think
so wait. Y'all don't go into it with the expectation that the man want to fuck eventually.
That's the first thing I think.
I think
let me preface this by saying I know that not every situation is like that, but from a basic perspective, right? Are y'all not? Because y'all keep talking about y'all want men that are emotionally intelligent, but apparently y'all not as intelligent as y'all think that y'all are. Are y'all so disillusioned that y'all think that the guy you're not assuming that the guy want to fuck eventually?
No, most women are assuming that the man wants to F. The issue is that oftentimes they present like they want a relationship in hopes to. That's where the issue lies. I think if men were just open and honest and say, I just want to smash, that's all I want, and give the woman an option.
All right, let me ask you a question. Do y'all ever say, yo, I just want to fuck? I don't really.
Some women, yes, they do.
No, hold on. Let me finish.
I know some dogs out there.
Let me finish my question. Do y'all ever just say, I don't want to go on a date, I just really want to fuck?
There are women out there like that, yes.
I ain't mad.
personally am not like that.
There are women out there
No.
like that.
So to answer your question now.
And I think it depends on how much she liked that man.
I don't think majority women are saying that now.
I agree.
Of course, we know that there's
women out there who like,
hold
look,
on,
bro, I don't wanna do all
wait.
that.
We got to start being real. We know that there are some of everything, right? It's some of everything. But when we speak into the general population, right? Most women do not go without having sex, and most women want sex. But most women do not say, I want sex when they meet a man. They are not that genuine. They are not that transparent what their desires are. So why don't y'all lead with exactly what it is that you're looking for? And why are you waiting on a man to figure you out? And if y'all aren't like that, then why do y'all have that same expectation for men?
I will say for the most part, when dating, I'll say majority of women are seeking, some are seeking to get to know you, but most of the time is seeking a relationship or getting to know you even more. I think a lot of times women will say like, I'm looking for a relationship.
Sometimes y'all just hungry.
I don't think it matters. I really don't.
Sometimes y'all just hungry. Why y'all don't say, hey,
I don't think it matters.
I'm hungry as fuck and I ain't got no money to eat. And so I'm looking for a man to take me out to go get me something to eat. Or I need some content.
It is a fact.
I need some content. But why y'all don't be transparent?
And what Kanye say?
Because I find it interesting. I find it interesting that the expectation is one way, but the implementation on your end is not the same. I've heard this 1,000 times. Why y'all won't just be honest?
Sex, though.
All right, y'all. Why y'all won't just be honest? Why you won't just be honest?
You can't equate food with sex. I don't think them the same.
Why aren't you transparent with what it is that you're looking to get out of the person that you're with?
It's the same because what men want something and women want something. So it is technically the same. It's just different things. So a man is taking you out ultimately because that's probably more than likely what they want to do. And a lot of women go on dates because, granted, they might try to want to get to know the man, but you're also getting a free meal. So
basically, you saying that your vagina is worth some stuffed chicken at Ruth Chris.
Y'all
if you say it up front, yes.
Because
if you say it up front,
you've done more for less.
What I'm saying is any guy in my past, because I am in a relationship, any guy who has ever asked me out on a date,
we know you in a relationship.
I already knew what you
really play in the background, but that's a whole other conversation. No, but separately from that, real talk. Why y'all acting like y'all haven't done more for less?
That's why I said Anton depends on how much she liked that dude.
So why y'all not transparent with that?
Some women, there are some women out there who dogs now. Some women out there.
No. Why are y'all not? Forget the dogs, forget the cats, forget the good and the bad. Why aren't women super transparent, regardless of what they believe or what they feel? Why are they not incredibly transparent when they get before the guy ever wastes his time?
Because they know the guy's probably not going to give it to him. That's why.
Man,
or they be like,
well, I think.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that maybe it's because it's not culturally acceptable for women to be open about those things. I'm not speaking for myself because I'm not that type of woman, but I'm just saying if I had to guess why women aren't open about that, it's because it's not socially acceptable for women to be open about that. Men are naturally leaders in relationships, and so they kind of set the tone, and then women usually follow the man's lead. So really it comes back down to choices, and you get to choose what type of man you attract and who you allow in your life. And so women have to have standards.
I don't believe that, Tamara.
Why not? I believe it's because most women are deceivers by nature.
Tamara. I agree with Tamara. I agree.
I don't agree.
Anton, why don't you agree with me?
I believe that women, it's not because it's the culture. I believe it's because they've gotten away with it for so long. I don't think it has anything to do with because it's not culturally appropriate or anything like that. I believe that they've been able to get away with it for so long. So why would they change it? But
No,
but the dynamics of what people expect and how people interact with each other from a relationship perspective have changed. And I'm not saying that that's you. I believe that the dynamics have changed and that we've allowed for women to get away with it. Of course, you got simps, right? They validate it. We got guys that are willing to spend and send money. We got guys that's willing to be in the friend zone for a long time. I tell guys immediately, my number one advice to guys today is under no circumstances do you allow for her to use your life force up and to pretend like y'all friends and keeping you in the friend zone. If she don't like you the way that you like her, then leave immediately. Don't be friends. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Don't spend no time with her. Don't talk to her on the phone. Don't answer her text messages. Leave immediately. Don't give her no time, no energy whatsoever. Stop entertaining women and giving them a pass and allowing for them to use you and then pretend like it was just, oh, this is just the normal process of what men are supposed to do. And they're supposed to damage their Burberry coat and put it on the rain and watch me stomp all over it as I go over a puddle. No. Leave immediately. If she don't like you the way that you like her, leave and stop trying to be friends with chicks that ain't interested in giving you no box. In my opinion, I believe it should be yours to turn down, not whether or not you got to get it.
Well, Kevin Samuel said back in the day that women should not go out with men if they're not attracted to them.
Correct.
So I agree with your point when it comes to that. As far as when women decide to give it up, in my opinion, a woman should wait as long as she can, vet the man. Hopefully,
but here's the thing though, Tamara. I'm not saying that you got to hit it, right?
Okay.
I'm not even saying, I said if she don't like you as much as you like her, the sex part, you can figure that out. Mm-hmm. It could be a situation where it's just mutually agreed, we just want to be fuck buddies or whatever and keep it moving. Or it could be a situation where, I really like you and I'm attracted to you and I'm willing to see where this goes. But if she don't like you in the way that you like her and vice versa, then somebody gonna use somebody and somebody gonna get their feelings hurt. And somebody gonna feel like they got taken advantage of. And that's a problem.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think that women do need to, if you don't like the man, stay away from him. And then men, if you find out that the woman is not attracted to you, don't stick around because you will end up getting heartbroken. And then you'll go back into the dating market and it's like, all women are like this. And it just messes things up. And so it comes down to a conversation. And these conversations should be happening at the beginning of relationships before anybody gets involved beyond just talking to each other. You need to be on the same page.
I don't think that there's a misunderstanding on a man's part of what his intention is. I think that there's a deception that comes along with women and how they're gonna slot men. And that's, for example, one of the reasons why guys end up in the friend zone. I think that the majority of the deception comes on the woman's side. Now, are men deceptive to an extent because we'll lie or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, that's not to completely absolve us. But
I think men lead you on. I think a man can more. Not to cut you off. I apologize.
No, we don't lead you on. You know what we want.
That's all I do. Y'all can be.
No, I mean
when it comes to really
what I'm talking about.
You know what we want.
Purposes. I'm talking about like men can possibly lead you on to make it seem like this could be more than what it is. Like even after they like have sex with you, there are men who will still lead you on to think like this could be a relationship. And I've seen it happen multiple times. So I'm not talking about just to get in your pants. They can do that and still play games and lead you on. But I do feel like as women, we have to kind of
that's true too.
Start using our intuition that we claim that we have so much that we need to start looking at it like, okay, if the man is not doing the things that are leading us into a relationship, why am I still wasting my time with them? Like, stop hoping for the best or wishing and praying for the best and just move on. But we don't know how to do that. So I think we both can be deceptive. I think men and women are deceptive. I think women just want a hot meal and they know they're going on dates with men that they're not really interested in, but they do it. Oh, I got a free meal. They brag about that type of stuff. So to me, it's just like, and they wonder why y'all's dating pool is so messed up because y'all all lying.
Well,
Yeah,
I
But
also
I
think
would argue this though. When it comes, I don't feel like a woman's attraction level to you is a very good indicator, because attraction level, I'm gonna sound real messed up when I say this.
What a surprise.
You know what, Anton? You trying so put your dukes up, okay? Put your dukes up.
My
'Cause you
bad, I
can't
didn't
have
mean to
one
say that
coming.
out
Put
loud.
your dukes up, okay?